Hey everybody, Scott Jansen here. Welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to price your coaching, hypnotherapy, RTT, or even your NLP services for between $1,500 and all the way up to $5,500, guys, by using our Client ROI method. Now, guys, don't let these numbers fool you. Don't let them scare you, because I'm going to show you step by step how you can show this amount of value when working for things like stop smoking, fear, anxieties, could be mindset. I'm going to show you how our six-figure and also our multiple six-figure students are doing this, and also getting yeses from their clients who see tremendous value in what they do. So before we jump into the video, guys, make sure you head over to scottjansen.com.au and grab your copy of our Therapy MAXIMISER playbook. Not only do we go into how you can work on your prices, how you can raise your prices, and the value that I'm going to be showing you guys today, plus the methods, we also show you a step-by-step guide of how you can actually find free clients online, scale your business, and start to get tremendous value and income coming into your business almost immediately. So head over to scottjansen.com.au. You can download your free copy of this book. This book normally goes for $99.95, but you can get it for today on our website at scottjansen.com.au, all for free. So without further ado, guys, let's dive into the video. I'll see you there. So let's get the first thing straight, guys. When it comes to pricing our services, most coaches and hypnotherapists, just like I did, are really inefficient at pricing their services. And the reason this occurs is not only because the industry standard is sort of set, like your gurus and your mentors will say things like, you can't charge more than $50 here, you can't charge $100 here, no one will ever pay $1,500 or $1,000 for your services. And while the industry has set the standard, it has also set the standard for most coaches and therapists to fail in their business. So not only do we have to learn to increase our prices, guys, and I'll talk about how we use something called our Client ROI method, but we also have to think in terms of what is it going to take you to be able to keep your business alive? Can you really survive off 2 or 3 clients per week at $75? Well, probably not. Go get a 9-to-5 job and earn way more than that just by having low prices. We have to understand that your business, its reputation, its also its sustainability and reliability to stay open relies on you pricing your services correctly. So how are we going to do this? How do we price your services correctly? Well, like I said before, we use something called the Client ROI method. So what is this? One of the big reasons why clients say no to you guys and will say no to your services, even at a lower price, you'll still have clients saying no, but especially it's importantly true when it comes to a high price, is because the clients see the value in what you do as the same as everybody else. I'm going to repeat that because it's really important. Your clients are seeing what you do and the same value as everybody else. So when you offer your price, especially if it's a higher price, they are going to compare to what they know and what their friends have told them what they think the price should be based on what you tell them, and they're ultimately going to say no. So here's the thing. If we are pricing our services, guys, on or in this way, we're doing it wrong and highly inefficiently. Most coaches and therapists are pricing their services based on what we call the immediate result, like the thing you're going to help that client do. So let's say, for example, it's stop smoking. Let's use that as an example. A therapist or a coach will price their services on the stop smoking part, and that's it. So anytime you raise the price above like $100, $150, $250, even up to $1,000, you are basically saying to a client, hey, I'm going to help you quit smoking, and it's going to be this amount. And they're now looking at the value of what you do based on that amount only, and the value of what you do as what they're going to get in return. And inside of a client's mind, if all they can see is in return for paying this amount of money is I'm going to quit smoking, maybe that's not enough value. Maybe that's not good enough for me. Maybe I want more than that, but they're not going to tell you these things. This is what happens inside their mind, and they're going to say no. So you have a pricing issue and also a value issue if your clients are saying no at a low price, if your clients are saying no definitely at a high price. So how do we fix this? Well, we have to introduce something called the Client ROI method. So the way we present our offer is going to be twofold. We are going to present what we do and what we're helping them with in the immediate results, like the stop smoking or the weight loss, the anxiety. That's the thing. But what we're going to do to allow us to massively increase our price is now talk about the long-term ROI on the initial problem being resolved. So let me give you a clear example of this. I'm helping a client quit smoking, and I say, to quit smoking with me to get to that end result, it's going to be $1,500. And the client's going to be thinking, wow, that's really expensive. But at the same time, I can now present the ROI on my price in long-term value. So I'm going to have a discussion with my clientele and say, hey, it's not just the smoking that we're fixing. As a result of quitting smoking, your health is going to improve. Your ability to deal with, your not having the cigarettes and having the cravings and stuff will improve. Being a role model to your kids is going to be greater because you told me that was important to you. And did you know if parents aren't smoking, it's a lot more likely the kids won't smoke as well. As a result of quitting smoking with me, also, your organs are going to start to repair themselves. Your general health is going to improve. Your breathing and your ability to do cardio and run around without losing your breath is going to improve. Your confidence in yourself, because you're no longer having this habit and this smell and this addiction, is going to improve. Can you see what I'm doing here, guys? I'm presenting my client with a long-term view of what's going to happen. And what this does is it dramatically increases the value of what they see in my services. Now, where does the ROI part come into this? Well, ROI means return on investment, okay? Now, in most cases, most people talk about return on investment as far as income. So when we teach when we have people joining our 100K coaching program, we price that at $997 because the ROI for that is I'm going to show you how to get your first $1,000 client very, very quickly. So you're going to get ROI on this program straight away. But what do you do if you're not helping a client get extra income? Well, in a way you sort of are, but we can also look at ROI not as just cash, but also emotional ROI. So how does this work? Well, let's use the smoking example again, then I'll choose another example so it's really, really clear for you guys. Let's say I'm talking to my client, I'm talking to Joe Bloggs, and I've explained to him, it's $1,500 for the stop smoking, plus the long-term value, and I create like a laundry list, guys. You can create like 20 or 30 different things that this client's going to get as a result of quitting smoking. But as far as the cash ROI, I can also talk to Joe Bloggs and say, like, how much are you spending per month on cigarettes? And what if he says, like, I spend, I don't know how much people spend on cigarettes. Let's say it's $3,000. Let's just say that's an example. And I tell Joe, okay, well, my price is $1,500 or even $2,500. As a result of you quitting smoking, I'm going to save you $3,000 a month. And over 12 months, there's going to be an extra $36,000 in your account. And I'm only charging you $1,500. Does that make sense, Joe? So what have I done? I've told Joe that I'm actually going to save him money. So I'm creating ROI on my services, okay? Now, what happens if there's no income? There's no income that you're saving on someone. Well, sometimes the emotional ROI is a lot higher. And this is the way we present it. Hopefully you guys are still with me now. We tell a client, okay, it's $1,500, it's $2,500 to quit anxiety. And look, guys, we have students that are charging $2,500 for an anxiety session package thing. And this is exactly what they do because they're taught this way to do it. Is they'll say like, it's $2,500 plus the long-term value. This will occur because if you don't have anxiety, then you'll feel this, then you'll experience this, this, and this. But then you want to say to a client, okay, let's think about it like this. I'm charging you $2,500. What is the cost to you emotionally by keeping this problem? And you let a client answer that. You also ask a question to the client like, what is the cost of other problems associated because of that anxiety? Can you see how your anxiety is causing other problems in your life as well? Client's going to say, yeah, absolutely. Well, what are those things? Client says, well, this occurs and this occurs and this occurs. So what I'm telling you and what you're telling me is that if we fix your anxiety, all these other problems are going to get solved as well. Can you see how they're all linked? Client's going to say, absolutely, yes. Also, we can ask a client, it could be even a cash cost or emotional or a physical cost of you having to deal with anxiety every single day. What is this anxiety stopping you from doing? And how much is that costing you emotionally? You told me during the interview that you get anxiety when you're at work and you also want to get a raise. Like, how are you going to get that raise if you get anxiety at work or in crowds or when you speak to people? How is that going to work? So you can see by keeping this anxiety, you're creating an emotional cost that far outweighs what I'm charging you to help. And remember, when we fix the anxiety, this will occur, then this will occur. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm trying to explain in layman's terms. much beyond just, okay, we're fixing anxiety and this is it. Because we know as therapists and coaches, guys, and I was a therapist for a long time, so I understand this. You fix one problem, other problems get fixed as well. It's like a domino. You push one domino down and they all fall over. We know that problems hold hands with other problems. So guys, it is up to you as far as value to tell your clients this, to inform them of this, to show them. Like in our 100K coaching program, we're just creating something called a value slide deck. So what this is going to allow our students to do is when they're on a Zoom chat or a Skype chat, they're going to be able to share their screen with the client and have a presentation that I've built for them that shows the value, that shows the emotional ROI, the cost on the ROI, how much it costs to keep the problem. And we're going to create like a presentation, because there's nothing more powerful than physically being able to show a client, along with telling them, but also showing them. So guys, when you're thinking of the value that you're creating, think long-term, but also try and include some sort of ROI. How can you, tell your client, hey, you're going to be paying me this, but how quickly can we get you this back? Whether it's in cash by saving a client a certain amount of money per month, whether it's for an emotional cost by saving them in the long term of keeping the problem, having that problem cause other problems. These are all ROI. And remember, your client doesn't know this. All they see is the physical thing, the anxiety, and they see the cost. So guys, you have to start thinking value. How can I increase the value? Now, don't make a mistake of increasing the value as far as, okay, I'm going to treat the anxiety, plus I'm going to give you 5 extra free sessions. Then I'm going to give you an extra 2 hours in the chair today. Then I'm going to give you 10 hours worth of homework. I'm going to give you this thoughts journal. I'm going to give you 2 tickets to my event. I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to give you this, and I'm going to give you the car keys to my car. That is not value. Value comes from speed by fixing the problem very, very quickly, long-term value, and increasing the ROI. I mean, it makes perfect sense that if it's costing a client income and cash to keep their problem, you present it that way. If it's an emotional cost, you present it that way. And you just have to get really good, guys, especially in your niche, to understand the physical things that happen by keeping the problem, the result of fixing the initial thing and what that can do long term. The other things that your other clients have experienced by working with you, you can present those things. And you want to present value in this way, not value as giving more, as in physical things, but long-term, future value, ROI on the cost. So guys, let me recap everything. The reason your clients are saying no to you at any price, especially when your prices are high, is because they think you're doing the same thing as everybody else. When it comes to showing value, you don't just want to talk about the immediate thing. You also want to talk about the long-term result, the long-term effects, guys, of helping these people and fixing that initial thing. Then you want to try and include some sort of ROI, whether it's cash or it's an emotional thing or it's a pain attributed thing, whatever it is, to show the client that, hey, you're actually wasting money and time and emotions in a bad way by keeping the problem. Did you know that because you've got this anxiety or this thing right here, all of these other things are occurring in your life because of this? So when we fix the anxiety, we're going to fix all of these other things as well. Now you're creating tremendous value. And where you can, guys, show a presentation. Try and show your clients physically something. Like I said, we're teaching just now. We're just creating this as an update for our program. It's going to be just absolutely massive. It's really going to allow our students to get, yeses at $1,000 all the way up to $5,500 without a client second guessing anything, because we're going to create a presentation. They can show this presentation. It shows the ROI, the emotional cost, the long-term value, all in a presentation. We just have to basically show that to our clients. So guys, that's all for me today. If you have any questions about what I've talked about today, make sure you comment below, because I'm always happy to answer those questions. That's all for me for now. Hopefully this was informative, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.